Well, good morning. So normally I do intermittent fasting, which means I eat for 8 hours in the day and then I'm not eating for 16 hours. 8 of those I'm sleeping, and so it's really not that big a deal. And I do it for health reasons. Today, I think I'm just going to fast all day because it is really healthy to do that every once in a while, mainly due to autophagy. Google that. So I'm going to take biometrics along the way just to see the effect that it has on, blood sugar and that kind of stuff, and see how it goes. All right, let's take a blood sugar reading. It's 82. There's my read. Can you see it? Can you see it? So now let's check out what my ketones are. Here we got 1.2. Can you see it? Which is about right. So let's see how that correlates with breath. I'm clotting well. All right, it usually takes a few exhalations in this thing. So the first one gets me at 5.57, and if you're between 5 and 7, that's ketosis. Over 7 is deep ketosis. I'm rarely there. And sometimes I'm 4 to 5, which is, typical for low carb diet people, but not keto people. Those are typically over 5, unless a keto person is eating too much protein, and then they might be, between 4 and 5. We'll do one more with an inhalation and a hold, and then full exhalation, see if I can get it higher. A little bit. Went up to 5.63. Can you see it? Can you see it? That correlates pretty well with the 1.2 blood. You can see here my Google sheet. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Now it's time to do some meditation with my Muse headband. Just 5 minutes of focusing on my breath. Just kidding, I don't do the Om stuff. But I do the focus stuff, and that's all meditation is. It's just focusing on one thing. So your brain isn't multitasking. It's blocking everything else out as much as you can, focusing on the one thing, getting off track, which is normal, and then snapping back to that one thing. That's all meditation is. It can be anything. Right now I'm going to choose my breath. Sometimes I choose gratitude. Other times I'm praying. Doesn't matter. Focused concentration is what meditation is all about. And that's what makes it a PFC exercise. Yeah, that was a good session. One of my better ones. A lot of calm time and a lot of focus time. Only one recovery where I got distracted towards the end. So it was, that's good and bad, because with a lot of recoveries, that's more reps to exercise your PFC, but then it's also good to be able to focus. So it's showing me that I'm getting better at focusing, which is good too, but it's both good to be low the whole time with high calm time, because you're showing that you're getting better at that focusing thing. But it's also good to have recoveries, because those are reps. So it's all good. Any kind of meditation is good. People tend to criticize themselves when they're not able to focus and when they're going off a lot, but that's okay too. It's all good. It's just doing it that is the good thing for the brain. And so that's really the main thing, is just to do it and not judge yourself in any way. And you don't need a headband like this to do meditation. I just do it because it's a hack and I like gadgets, and it builds the skill a little bit faster than without it. That's what hacks are for, but certainly not necessary. Now it's time to brush my teeth. I'm going to turn on my vitamin D machine and my near-infrared lamp for mitochondrial purposes, my electronic toothbrush, and then I trade off hands so I can use my non-dominant hand too. And now, shaving, same thing. Getting my vitamin D dose from my own skin. Okay, now it's time for a body fat test on the InBody 570 at the Eastside X Gym.
Measuring your weight. Do not grab the handles or move. Weight measurement is completed. Input your personal information. Then press enter. Confirm your personal information. Place your heels on the rear sole electrodes. Grab the handles. Keep your arms straight. Your arms must not touch the sides of your body. Starting your in-body test. The test is completed.
Okay, not ideal conditions today because I did have coffee this morning and I wasn't very good on my water yesterday, so I'm certainly dehydrated. I'm ashamed to admit. So this will get me higher than I really am. So this gets me at 10.9% body fat with skeletal muscle mass weight of 82.7. So we'll see those change a lot just in 24 hours because of just hydration. Alrighty then, now it's time for a stroll, a slow walk, 2 miles an hour, but at kind of a steep angle. Best 3-minute warm-up. Okay. I got the best trainers in the world too. Okay, extreme machine. Let's start with chest flies.
Here we go.
Okay.
Changes. The number of the scale changes, so you're just
Right.
watching for the range.
That's good. The thing I like about the extreme machine is it takes such little time. I got a full body workout in about 11 minutes. Super intense. So we're getting the hormone response that we need for a higher metabolism short term. We're getting higher metabolism long term because of the muscle response. It's just hard to go upstairs even after that. Holy smokes. A little bit of work, get caught up on some emails, do a little bit of research with my blue blocker glasses because too much blue light is bad for your eyes. And I've got my hands resting on my grounding mat, reduces EMF effects. So as I'm typing, my hands are in contact with the mat and I'm also grounding. Alrighty, time for shower. I use this organic shampoo and glycerin soap for my face, and then Defense soap looks like this. Can you see it? Can you see it? And then you know how you always have these great ideas while you're in the shower, and then by the time you're done, you've forgotten half of them? Well, get a boogie board. Write your ideas, and then just kind of write your list, and then you can take it. I got it Velcroed, so you can take it out of the shower, and when you're done, you just hit the little button and it erases it because it's LCD, and it's also waterproof on account of that. And then another part of the shower thing is at the very end, I end with a minute of extremely cold as it'll go. Leading up to that, I do about a minute of Wim Hof breathing, which is a nerve system hack. So be sure to Google that too. Yeah, Wim, you go Wim. And the end goal, of course, is to get to the point where my whole shower is really cold water. I'm not ever even using hot water, which still sounds crazy to me, but when I first started phasing into the cold water thing, 7 seconds was my first attempt. And now I'm up to a minute, and it's actually pretty easy. Because you know, my fellow biohacker and buddy John Roberts,
Giddy up now! Woo!
is doing cold showers the entire time. So I can see how I would be able to get there, and I'm working towards it. And I'm not saying I'm looking forward to getting to that point, but because it's never fun, even for the people that are able to achieve it, but the effects are fun, and so it's worth it. And it's just another way to get out of my comfort cocoon, which we all need to do more, especially in this country, because we've got these really intense comfort cocoons, and it's making us sick and fat. Woo-hoo. Okay, made it a minute and a half today, which is the longest ever, and it was actually pretty doable. Normally in the morning I also take my supplements, mostly brain supplements. This is an empty bottle because I'm out and I need to refill, but I'm not going to take supplements today because I'm fasting, and a lot of the supplements are fat soluble. So since I'm not eating any fat, it'd kind of be a waste of money, so I'm going to skip today. And memorization is also really good for the brain, and so this is my list of things that I memorize. Here's 3 verses I'm working on right now, and here's a stack of verses that I've already memorized. So now I have got my ear clip on for my Heart Math Inner Balance app, where I am doing HRV training and coherence training. So here's the screen of that going on. Can you see it? Can you see it? While I'm doing this, I'm also getting some more near infrared light therapy, and my ankle strap here, I'm plugged into the wall down there in the outlet. That's for grounding, and my air filter is going 24/7 over here, and so I'm just going to keep going with this. It's better if I concentrate. See, that just says, no, concentrate, get back on focus. Another form of meditation, another meditation hack. Probably take me another 5 minutes or so. I'm getting lots of hacks done all at once. It's a hack stack. Okay, time for another reading. Let's see, it's 11:30. 1.3, about the same as before, a little more. Let's see what the blood sugar says. 95. So that's gone up a little bit. So my liver's making some blood sugar. So that's probably from the workout. Way to go, liver. So breath acetone has gone down a little bit, 5.09. So it's 3 in the afternoon. Since I'm keto, I don't really get hungry. So my hunger level on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being I can eat my own arm, I never really get past a 6. Maybe it'll spike to a 7 on occasion, very quickly, but then it goes back down real fast. Today I've been up to a 5, which is hungry. It's like, ooh, I'd certainly like to eat something, but it's funny because I'm less hungry today than on other days when I'm eating, which makes sense just because of how the hormones work. But I was starting to feel kind of low energy around noonish, so I had some yerba mate. Can you see it? Can you see it? And that helped perk me up a little bit. Oh, and ozone water. You see me bubbling my ozone water, which is great to do on a fasting day because I'm not taking supplements or eating any food that would be high antioxidant, because this would temporarily kind of counteract since it's an oxidant. But then, of course, the thing with ozone water is your body overreacts and makes its own antioxidants. Plus, there's lots of other oxygen benefits and things that it's a whole nother video. But anyways, so here we go. Let's pick on another finger now and see what we got. Okay, we'll start with blood sugar, 86, and now we're gonna go with the ketones. Whew, 2.7. That's a spike. My body has really ramped up the fat burning. It's been almost 24 hours since I've eaten, so technically I could start eating again at 5:30. We'll see what Bev wants to do. All right, let's see what the breath acetone says. 5.25. So breath acetone really hasn't changed that much. I expect the breath acetone will probably go up later. Blood's probably going to show me a bump up first. Breath acetone will probably follow, the theory anyways. Huh. It's time to crack up some chocolate. Is that the biggest chocolate bar you've ever seen? Look at that chocolate bar. Can you see it? Can you see it? I do so wish I could eat some, and I'm starting to feel hungry. The 0 to 10 scale is not a 3 to 5 anymore, but I know that it is not a physical hunger I'm feeling right now. It's a brain hunger, because just a second ago, I was a 3, and hunger doesn't change that fast. If I were doing a brain training exercise, I would start with the hunger scale, and I would just make sure it's rational, and then I would switch to the 7-minute rule, and I would do that. And if that didn't work, I would do tapping, because it's not physical. It's psychological hunger that I'm feeling right now. I like my chocolate so much. Get in my belly. Oh, I wish. This is so good. Oh, yum. I wish. Part of my brain says, oh, come on, what's the big deal? Just have a bite. And then my PFC says, this is a scientist brain. That ruins the experiment. Gotta stick with the protocol. I am surprised at how much willpower I am using right now. See all those little pieces I could have eaten? All down in there? All those? Yeah. Woo-hoo. Get in my belly! I eat probably half of that amount every day, normally. Oh my gosh, that's so much chocolate. But fitness chocolate, I can get away with that. So you make it at home. The recipe is down in the description below. The link to it. You click that link and you do it. Cool thing about fitness chocolate is it's easy to make, it's quick to make, and when you go to the recipe, you'll see there's handy little links to order everything off Amazon. So it magically shows up at your door in 2 days or less if you're Prime. And I'm using my PFC right now to not eat chocolate, even though every cell in my body says, do it. Yeah, buddy. Whew. Okay, getting hungry. So I've been bouncing around between a 3 and a 5 all day. I spiked up to a 7 now. I think that breaking up that chocolate set me into that. So I don't know if it's psychological or if it's physical. I think it might be physical because I'm actually feeling it. But 7 is still tolerable, and I know that will pass. Because an 8 is hangry. I never get hangry. I haven't been hangry in probably 5 years since I've been low carb. Let's see what the blood sugar says. 79. That could explain some of the hunger. It's not low, but it's lower than what I usually am. I'm usually in the 80s or 90s. Let's see what ketones have to say. 2.5. So I'm high fat burning and low sugar. 5.54. Data's good. Yay for data. One thing that I've learned so far today is with this super high fat burning state that I'm in, it's coming from my body fat. Normally, when I get above a 2, it's because I just ate a bunch of fitness chocolate and I'm burning the MCTs and the coconut oil. In this case, I got nothing in me. There's no exogenous ketones. Interesting to be in such a high fat burning state with it coming completely from the stores on my body and not from any help from any food. And I would be remiss if I did not mention that nobody needs all the biohacker gadgets and things that I have. I just love it, and it's fun, and it's data. But anybody can get super fit and as lean as they want with just good nutrition habits, being willing to spend time in the kitchen to make their own food with real food ingredients, and just following healthy practices. And most people just don't get that. So it's really all it takes. My motivation is just to find cool hacks and ways and pass that information on to other people. So if I can find another shortcut, like the X-Gym workout, low carb eating, brain training, all that kind of stuff, great, then I can pass it on. People can get healthier with tips and tricks and shortcuts. But you certainly don't need to do all that stuff and have all those things and do all the experimentation. Leave it to me. I'll do it for you. Save you the time and the trouble. Just keep coming back to the Beege and Peege website and keep updated on what we're doing and new discoveries and new research. That's all you need to do. Easy as that. Alrighty. It's 5:49. That's more than 24 hours. Bev just texted, says she wants to go out. I'm not going to fight that. Okay, we're at Big Fish. So we thought about going to Poke, is that how you say it? Or Poke?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Poke.
But Bev called them and they don't have wild fish. So we're here at our favorite restaurant, Big Fish, who does have wild fish.
Wild salmon.
Yeah. And so we're going to have that. And then...
Remoulade.
Yeah, remoulade.
And then you've been fasting for 26 hours now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So this is the meal to break the fast.
And you came about this decision by just waking up in the morning and wanting to fast, which is actually a really good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just kind of dawned on me that maybe I should do that today. Might be a good day for that.
Hashtag random.
So you ordered the salmon and veggies, and I ordered the Cobb salad, which is enormous.
What are you doing?
So I'm going to take my blood sugar and my ketones right before I eat, and then
Because you know that's normal.
a few times. Well, these people probably just think I'm diabetic.
Yeah.
And then after, what finger am I going to pick on now?
Pick.
I'm running out of fingers. Okay, 81, 43, 14.6. See what the ketones are. So blood sugar went up a little bit, probably because I'm excited to eat.
And then are we going to do meat?
Sure.
Okay.
2.7. Wow, can you see it? Can you see it? Okay, your turn. Oh yeah, ooh! 90.
What's low?
Can you see it?
What's really healthy?
Well, this would be like a normal person's fasting blood sugar, or a keto person's regular blood sugar. We're going to find out right now.
Oh, that's right.
If you're keto. Tyler's here.
Tyler's here.
Mercy. Whoa, you doubled up on the salmon.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
listen. Yes.
That's ketosis. 0.06.
Oh, wow.
Is that so? That's testing. Oh yeah, for sure.
Could I get it same size of this?
Yeah.
Because she'll eat all of that.
I love it. I love it. That's where your mind was at the whole time. I was just talking.
And a box.
No.
Yeah. You got it. That's awesome. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
I don't think this is bad stuff.
Thank you.
Welcome.
He stole some of mine, Tyler.
You know, I have my own personal Himalayan extra fine grain salt in the back if you want.
Oh, nice.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, so it's funny. Everybody laughs because I have my own tub of salt. I'll take it home and it'll be empty. Come back, just have it.
I love it.
I love it. I have one in my purse somewhere.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. I did it. Aftermath. Beth couldn't do it. She did that. She could not do that. Can't do it. Just can't do it. Okay, so we're home. Okay, starting with blood sugar. Still low. What the heck? Ketones are down 1.7. I think probably my digestive system is using ketone, it's burning ketones because it's working so hard. Okay, you go. Yours is the same too. Just goes to show you, you know, when you eat no sugar. 8.6. And now, you're about the same, 0.7, liar. So you went from 0.6 to 0.7. You were 0.6 before dinner and 0.7 after dinner.
Oh wow, so I'm more in ketosis.
Okay, morning after the big fast and the big dinner. So what we got 2.6. That's high. Blood sugar 88. No big surprise there. So yesterday, before I went to bed, I took another reading. Blood sugar 93, ketones 1.2. So even with that huge meal, still didn't get over 100. Let's see what breath says. 5.9. It's higher than any reading yesterday. Huh. Okay. Well, there you have it. So the second BEI test came up with about over 1% body fat reduction, which of course is an exaggeration because a lot of that was just better hydration. Because like the whole body water, for instance, went from 108.2 yesterday to 109.1. So that's a pretty big jump, which made the skeletal muscle mass estimate go from 82.7 to 84. And the body fat went down from 18.1 pounds to 15.4. So there's the power of hydration right there. Also interesting that I lost 2.5 pounds in a day. Part of that could have just been better hydration because when you're dehydrated, you're retaining water. So I probably got rid of a lot of water by getting better hydration. It really wasn't that hard, especially because I'm keto. Of course, you don't have to be keto to do fasting. It's just easier because you're less hungry when you're keto. But what does all this mean for you? Consider a fast. Ask your doctor about it, as long as you don't have any limitations like blood sugar issues or any other complications that could be exacerbated with fasting. And your doctor thinks it's a good idea, or you could at least try and it wouldn't be a bad idea, I say go for it. Beege and I do consulting work with people, getting really specific with their nutrition and exercise and brain training to help them get fit and healthy as fast as they physically and mentally can, as safely as possible, and to make those results permanent. And in some cases, this is one of the things that we recommend. Not in all cases, because it's not appropriate for everybody. There's no perfect diet for everybody. There's no perfect exercise for everybody. It's all very individualized. But at least you saw my experience with fasting and some of the biohacks I do during the day. I don't do all of those every day, but the tools and gadgets and gizmos have certainly helped me understand human physiology. And I've been able to pass that on to a lot of friends, family, and ex-gym members. So I hope this helped, and thanks for watching. If you want to learn more health hacks and shortcuts, tips and tricks, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you want any more information about things in this video or how to contact us, it's in the description below. So hope to see you soon, and have a happy and healthy life.
And that's all I have to say about that.